I don't know how to say it other than this. Meditating has been one of the best practices and habits I have ever implemented in my life to help with my mental health. And I'm not some expert or meditating guru. I'm an ordinary guy who started implementing the practice of meditation, and after meditating consistently for over 30 days, I'm going to be sharing my experience from that standpoint. With that hunger of wanting to learn more about meditating, I came upon this app called Headspace, and it's the best app I've ever encountered because this app has such an amazing layout and structure. Also, the instructors are so knowledgeable and have so much experience with, they know how to approach that beginner who has zero experience with meditating, and they don't make it overwhelming for them, but rather they make it, they motivate you to learn and want to be excited for that next meditating session. And over time, you're like, wow, man, I've learned so much in a matter of 2 weeks, and it really just, you get addicted to that feeling of euphoria when you see yourself improving mentally, and honestly this app does just that. After consistently meditating for over a month, I've noticed an increase in my happiness for one, an increase in my appreciation for life, an increase in my mindfulness. For once in my life, learned how to manage really stressful situations and really put things into perspective, which helps me make a huge issue more digestible and easier to control. And in the middle of the day, I just find myself breathing in and out and using strategies such as visualization, scanning your entire body and making sure you're connecting your mind with your body, and using so many other strategies that are discussed on this app that have helped me so much. And I'm sure you guys want to know, hey, but what's that one thing that is the biggest change you've noticed? And it is this. And honestly, before I even say what it is, this has helped me out so much with my mental health, and I'm so grateful for learning this strategy. And it is not identifying myself with my thoughts. I see my thoughts as clouds in the sky. So there's a sky which is like your mind, and thoughts are like those clouds that are just floating through your mind. And when I learned to not identify myself with my thoughts and really practice a strategy that is discussed on the app called noting, meaning, those are thoughts, or those are emotions. Like, I am not those thoughts and I am not those emotions, but rather those are just clouds going in through in my mind, and they're coming and going. And what stays at the end of the day is you and your inner confidence, inner peace. You are not your thoughts. You are not what is going on in your mind. And guys, I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining this, but this really teaches you how to control your happiness, your mind, and really be in control of your mental health. Another huge benefit that I noticed when meditating is my self-confidence skyrocketing. Not in like some cocky ego way, but rather in just pure self-confidence, having love for yourself and understanding your value. Before, guys, personally, whenever I would talk to like a super hot girl or something, I'd like, you know, there are some girls you can talk to, you're totally fine, but then there are these other girls where you're like, shortness of breath, fucking, you're like having a panic attack or some shit. You talk to everyone the same, you know? With the girl that you would be like super anxious to talk to and start stuttering and jittering, you know, stuff like that, you're now like having a conversation with a normal human being. And that is something that I know a lot of guys that watch my YouTube channel are going to appreciate. So guys, start meditating if you want to get your game up. Another situation where I noticed a huge improvement is when I'm holding eye contacts with people. Before, I would hold eye contact. Well, generally, guys, I'm rather extroverted and confident, so eye contact was never a hard thing for me to do. But like every other guy, when you're talking to a girl that you're super attracted to that is like out of your league, you know, I don't like using that terminology, out of your league, but guys, hey, it is what it is. When you're talking to that super hot girl, before, when you hold eye contact and she looks at you for 2 more seconds, you just you break eye contact and just look down, and later on you regret it. You're like, shit, why did I do that? Now, I just for some reason can look at you just like a regular person and hold eye contact. Like, I can hold eye contact forever until you look down. And that is just some inner self-confidence that meditating gives you, because it really grounds you to just look at someone as nothing but a human being and just have a mutual conversation. But before, you couldn't. You're jittering and you're not grounded, and that is the number one biggest value that it gives you when talking to women or people you're interested in, or even job interviews. When you're intimidated, now that you're meditating, you will be able to really just have conversations grounded, and that will give you a huge boost in self-confidence. Another story and lesson that I want to share with you guys today is the mental clarity that comes with meditating. Of course, logically you can pinpoint those together, but let me tell you a story. The other day I was in Chipotle and I was in the line, and this girl, she was nervous. She was like, hey, can you let them know, like she was working there. She told me, hey, can you let everyone in the store know that we're out of white rice? And ask Ayman 1 year ago to shout in an entire store full of people in a long line that, hey, there's no white rice. And you know, the average person would not have the confidence to do that, and neither would I have had the confidence to do that a year ago. But with meditating, I just did something that I was like super shocked that I was able to do, and I just went out and I just raised my voice in an entire store, not in an inconsiderate, cocky way, like, hey, everybody listen to me. Like, I just had like this tonality of confidence. I know probably in the camera you're like, how hard could that have been? But if you're there and there's an entire store of people and you're just someone in the line who just shouts and, not shouts, but rather raises their voice and commands the attention of the entire room, that is something that you only get that confidence if you're meditating and you're grounded and you know yourself. So that is just a story that I wanted to share with you guys, that I'm proud of myself, but it wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't meditating on a daily basis. All right, so with all that being said, guys, I hope you got some value from today's video and really just took it into consideration at least to implement this practice for a week. Try it out for a week. Do the 2-week free trial on Headspace. I highly recommend it, and you will not regret it, guys. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. My name is Ayman Tamli, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.